Hey everybody, Mike here, Bigwood Mountain. Thanks for tuning in. Making bundles today. Got the WB120 bundle machine. It's by GCR company, and it's got an electronic counter there. You can set it for a certain amount of rotations. I just set it for a single rotation, and then I use the foot pedal down here and control it with that. It's really handy. Machine's on wheels. You can pull a handle out and roll it around next to your pile if you want to. I usually just bring the log lift bags in here and set them next to it and work out of there, and then when I'm done I put the bundles on a pallet where I can reach them with the pallet forks. And so I'll get I do 9 on the level and then 3 high, and so I get 27 on a pallet, and then I'll wrap that whole thing up, and that's how I transport them. But yeah, this is a custom machine. They don't offer this size, but it's 1.5 cubic foot bundles. They're about twice the size of the average grocery store bundle, and a lot of times you're going to need at least that much, probably more if you're camping, but even just for a couple hours of the fire pit, those grocery store bundles don't really last long. So it's good to have twice as much wood, and a lot of people don't know how much wood's going to last them, you know, a certain amount of time or anything, so they end up making multiple trips and everything. So a lot of my customers want these double-sized bundles. I sell by far way more than the smaller ones. I do have a jig I can put in here and make either 0.75 or 1 cubic foot bundles, but I very rarely do. I'm using the blown wrap instead of the cast wrap. It's a little stickier, so dust and debris sticks to it, and it's not quite as clear as the cast wrap, but it's much stronger and puncture resistant and tear resistant. So for something like firewood bundles where you got things poking through it, and you know, little knots and stuff that want to go through, or you know, just pieces of wood that want to tear it, it's much better to use the blown wrap. The cast wrap is a little more clear. You can see the label a little better. This stuff's a little bit hazy, but you can still see a label through it fine. I guess the other only downside is it makes noise coming off the roll because it is stickier, but it's not really a big deal. It doesn't make that much noise. I'm usually listening to the radio or a podcast, or you know, something here that it doesn't really impede me hearing what's going on. So not that big of a deal. I think it's definitely the way to go. They're both 90 gauge, so the same gauge, and 12-inch rolls. But yeah, just the blown has been way better for me. It doesn't break as easy, so especially with these big bundles, it comes into play. So that's what I use. That's what I would recommend. And yeah, that's how we do it here. I bring the log lift bag in and just work out of it. So I'll show you guys wrapping a few up. Also, I'm in this hoop house, and I got solid plastic over part of it, and part of it's clear, so lets the light in. But it's a hot day here today. It's probably about 90 degrees, so being in the shade working is nice. And yeah, I like the machine. Got a little holder for your knife, and it's got a tensioner here so you can get the right tension on your wrap for how tight you want your bundles. Probably could use a little table sitting next to here with my labels and tape and stuff, but I haven't got that far yet. But that way I wouldn't be reaching over it all the time to get those labels. But yeah, works good. Happy with it. And get it going. I like to put a piece of tape on there to keep them from coming unraveled. I don't know if you could tell or not, but like I said, this was a custom made one. The arm's a little longer, and this is a brand new roll, so it was having a little bit of trouble getting around as fast as it usually does. And sometimes it hits the bolt that holds the bracket that holds the handle on there. So I have that bolt out right now just for the first few bundles. When the roll is brand new and heavy and thick, it hits that bolt down there. But yeah, like I said, I had them custom make it, so there were things that you wouldn't run into if you had the regular size one, but this is what I needed and works pretty good. I'm happy with it.